Hey everybody, it's Alex from Hannemann Ironworks here. And, this past 2 weeks I've been on vacation. Now, you may not have noticed that I was on vacation, but I was. I had videos stocked up and I published them, and I was prepped for the vacation. I just went on vacation, just, didn't really mention anything about it. But now that I'm back, I kind of, I want to share my vacation with you. Now, I won't keep this video too long. Hopefully, keep it kind of short, but just kind of let you guys know what I was up to and all the fun I was having. So, and I'm sorry I haven't been to all the recent videos. I know I was able to get to quite a few of them and comment down below, but I was busy and I had not too much time at night to, watch a video or two and then knock out and get ready for the next day. So, um, yeah. So my vacation was like 2 weeks long. I think it was Friday to Friday or something. But we flew down there. Me and my family, we flew down to Phoenix, Arizona, and we stayed at the Grand Canyon University Hotel. It was really cool. It was like a hospitality training thing. And so everyone that was kind of learning about the hotel business, uh, you know, was working. They weren't like they were paying to be there to train. I'm sure it's discounted or something. But that was kind of cool. And then I got to see my grandpa for 1 or 2 days. I haven't seen him in a while since last year. But always nice to see him. Again, we usually see each other once, maybe twice a year. As you know, he lives in Arizona. He'll come up here. We'll go down there. Um, but yeah, we got to see him and got to hang out for a day. And then we went up to Williams, which is if you go north of Phoenix and west of Phoenix, there's a interstate that runs through there. But you hit Flagstaff and you go over to Williams, and there's a big train attraction thing, um, which goes from Williams. It takes a train from Williams and goes up into the Grand Canyon National Park at the south rim of the Grand Canyon. And on the drive up there, there was tons of times to take photos and whatnot, and very beautiful scenery. So I'll throw, I don't know, maybe three-ish pictures in there, and I'll toss in another one or two of my favorite shots of the Grand Canyon that I took. Now keep in mind all these were taken with a cell phone, so they're not 100% like 4K quality, but uh, there's some nice pictures in there, and I wanted to share them with you. And also I'll show you like a panoramic shot of the train. I think it was like 25 cars long, and each car is like 150 feet. It was ridiculous, and we were riding on the Coco Pelli train, which is the one right there in the picture. So let's roll those couple images. All right, now that you're back, once we were uh, like up at the Grand Canyon, we took like a bus tour, and we went to a bunch of different stops on the South Rim, and we came back for lunch, and we got to see all kinds of like touristy areas and whatnot. No, they were all touristy, but we came back to the main like gift shop uh, area, which was cool. But then we headed back, and we went from Williams. We just straight drive back to Phoenix, which was a couple hours. And then after that, I got to see my great grandfather, and I haven't seen him in, I don't know, 7 years or something. He's 94 years old, and he was a World War II veteran. He originally served in the Army under Eisenhower, I believe, and he was transferred over to the Navy. He served in Japan because he was a radio slash radar operator, and so he was actually on some of the minesweepers, and so their job was to detect the mines in the water around the islands, because the troops would have to land on islands to capture them, and they would have crews that come out there, and he was part of those crews that would detect the bombs and detect the mines, and they were like these really big pointy things, and their ship actually almost ran into one, but just wasn't active. So thankfully he's still alive. But they would cut the chains. I'm not sure what device they used to cut them, but there was big chains holding all the mines below the water. They'd cut them, and then they'd float to the top and then get out of the way, and a sharpshooter boat would take out the mines and it'd blow up, which I thought was super cool. And he also must have landed or something on one of the islands, because he stole or managed to get his hands on a Japanese Type 30 rifle, and he snuck that back. So I'll throw a picture of that up in there. He also had like a Japanese like underground pistol. That's what he described it as, like a kind of a concealing pistol that they would use. I don't have a picture of that. I wish I did, but my parents have all the pictures and whatnot. But I did get a picture of the rifle, which is really cool. So I'll throw it up right here. All right, and so yeah, so I thought that was really cool, and a couple other stories and all that kind of stuff, and kind of it really cool to see him. But after that, we drove all the way to, oh, what was it, like Lake Havasu, which is like a oasis kind of thing in the middle of the desert, and we stayed at some really crappy hotel, which was, well, it was a crappy hotel. Um, we didn't realize it was a super crappy hotel until we checked in and we're like, ooh, we're glad we're only staying here for one night. And we didn't even stay around for breakfast. We just left. Um, but we stayed in Lake Havasu for one night. We got to see the kind of surroundings, and we got to go stargazing. I wish I had some pictures of that, but they didn't. They don't come out on iPhone, so oh well. But we got to go stargazing and all that kind of stuff. Um, and then after Havasu, we went straight to Anaheim, which is just below Los Angeles, and that's where Disney's located. And so we went to Disney. Sorry, we went to Disney for 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, and the locals weren't allowed in, so like the park was only half full, but it was still insanely busy. We went to both parks. We got to see the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They had a ride and like a cantina and all kinds of shops and stuff. They definitely weren't done yet, but it was pretty cool to go see. My apologies. But yeah, so we gotta go see the new Galaxy's Edge right when it opened, or not right when it opened, like a month or two after it opened. It opened early summer, I believe. But it was really cool to see that opening year. Um, and we got to go to all the other parks. We got to go to Futureland and Frontierland and all kinds of other stuff, which was cool. We hung out there for 2 days, and then we went down to San Diego and we went to some tide pools, like around the coast. It was like big rocks and waves are coming in and crashing and all their kind of like divots and cut-ins where the waves are coming in. It was pretty cool. I'm not sure if I have any pictures. If I do, I'll throw them up here. So we hung out down there, and then we went on this big seawall, which was close to the tide pools, a couple miles off, and it was like a protecting a beach. But you could actually go on the wall, and you get splashed all the time because the waves are huge when they come in. They're just banging up against the wall. But what was really cool off that is you could see like seals and sea lions and all kinds of birds and stuff, which was super cool to watch. Um, and then kind of after that, we took a straight drive. We got up at, God, I think it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and we had everything packed. and we threw everything in the car, and we drove straight from San Diego, which was like 70 degrees, which was amazing, um, to Phoenix, and we got there by like 4:30. It was just a straight drive. We stopped for a restaurant, rest stop, not restaurant. We didn't go to a restaurant. Well, we went to like McDonald's for breakfast and something for lunch, but Wiener Schnitzel I think is what we stopped. But we did a straight drive back to Phoenix, and it goes from 70 degrees to 110 degrees, and oh my god, it was ridiculous. But it was a straight drive, and we just kind of needed to knock it out. So and then after that, I gotta go see my great grandpa again. Had lunch with him, and he went back home, and we went separate ways, and we gotta say goodbye. Um, and we went and hung out, got to go hang out with my grandpa, and we had tacos for dinner or something. And then we came back the next day and hung out, swam in the pool and whatnot. And then we came home Friday. Well, really it was Saturday morning, but we got on the plane 11:30 Saturday morning in Phoenix, which and it left at 12 o'clock. So at that point, it was already Saturday morning, and by the time we arrived in Minneapolis, it was 4:30. it was it was crazy, and we went to bed at like 6, and got up at 1 and had some breakfast. So that was my trip. I had a lot of fun. And something I forgot to mention is kind of something that happens is whenever we go down to see grandparents, or like my dad goes down to see his grandpa or my great grandpa, we always have to end up fixing something. And so at my grandpa's house, toilets got fixed, sink got fixed, garbage disposal got fixed. I fixed the dishwasher. It just kind of small projects, but it's kind of fun. And something else before I leave is next weekend I'm going over to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival, only for a day. But if you guys are interested, would you guys want to see any of that? Like my costume, or like would you want me to make a video out of it? Maybe like vlog-ish. I can't promise anything, and if it doesn't just go, I'll probably just post another blacksmithing video. But would you guys want to see that? And yeah, so just drop in the comments if you'd like to see that. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you like this video, you like hearing about my trip, please drop a like. And if you're new here, please subscribe. And I'm not sure if there's anything else to the trip, but yeah, if you have any questions, just drop it down below. Comment if you have any questions. And Renaissance. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.